The greatest power you possess is the ability to redefine who you are, not by chance, not by default, but by conscious design. Most people believe they are fixed in their identity, bound by past experiences, memories, and habits that seem unchangeable. But what if that were just an illusion? What if the person you have been up until now is simply a construct, a set of repeated thoughts, emotional reactions, and behaviors that have been reinforced over time? And what if you had the ability to break free from the old version of yourself and create an entirely new reality? Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take is a signal you are sending into the field of possibility. Your identity is not something static. It is an ongoing process, a script you are writing every single day. The question is, are you writing it consciously, or are you merely repeating the same story over and over again? Because the truth is, if you keep thinking the same way, feeling the same emotions, and acting in the same patterns, you will continue to create the same results. Nothing changes until you do. The brain is a record of the past. Every experience you have ever had has left an imprint, a neural network that keeps firing whenever you recall a memory or react in a habitual way. If you wake up in the morning and immediately begin thinking about yesterday, what happened, what went wrong, who said what, your brain is already in the past. You are feeling the emotions of past experiences, reinforcing the same identity you have always known. And if your thoughts and emotions are aligned with the past, how can you expect to create a new future? To shift your identity, you must first break the addiction to your old self. Yes, addiction, because the body becomes conditioned to certain emotional states, whether it be stress, anxiety, fear, or even sadness. These emotions become so familiar that the body craves them, even if they are keeping you stuck. And if you don't make a conscious decision to change, your body will continue to run the same program, driving the same thoughts, triggering the same behaviors, and producing the same outcomes. The key to transformation is to teach your body to live in a new future before it happens. This requires a shift in consciousness, an ability to step beyond the predictable patterns of who you have been and begin rehearsing a new way of being. You must become familiar with the person you wish to be before the evidence of that reality shows up in your life. This means thinking greater than your environment, greater than your current circumstances, and greater than the conditioning of the past. Every time you decide to think a new thought, you are literally changing your brain. Each time you choose to feel an elevated emotion instead of your habitual state, you are signaling new genes in new ways. And every time you act in alignment with the future you desire, rather than the past you have known, you are becoming someone new. The process of shifting identity is not about waiting for external proof. It is about embodying the new version of yourself now, in this moment, before the physical evidence appears. The energy you radiate determines the reality you experience. When you are stuck in the emotions of the past, you are signaling to the field that you are the same person with the same experiences. But when you begin to embody gratitude, inspiration, and love before the new reality has arrived, you are signaling something different. You are telling the universe, I am already this new version of myself. And when you hold that state long enough, reality has no choice but to shift to match it. The challenge is that most people do not persist long enough in this new state. They revert back to their old identity because they are waiting for proof. But the process of shifting identity requires faith, an unshakable trust in the unseen. It means conditioning yourself to believe in a reality that does not yet exist in physical form. And the moment you stop returning to the old self, when you no longer react in the same way, when you no longer think in the same patterns, when you no longer feel the same predictable emotions, you have stepped into a new reality. The body follows the mind. When you train your mind to focus on a new vision of yourself, your body eventually aligns with that new version. This is why daily mental rehearsal is so powerful. When you close your eyes and imagine yourself as the person you want to be, feeling the emotions, seeing the experiences, and believing it as if it were real, you are conditioning your brain and body for that future. And the more you practice it, the more it becomes familiar. The unfamiliar becomes familiar. The old identity fades away, and a new one takes its place. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes, your failures, or the limitations you have believed in. You are pure potential, capable of stepping into any version of yourself that you choose. But choice alone is not enough. It must be followed by consistent action. By choosing, every day, to align your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with the future you desire, You become the architect of your own transformation. There will be moments when the old self tries to pull you back. The mind will resist. The body will crave its familiar emotional states. But this is the test. Will you fall back into the past, or will you hold steady in the new vision? The more you override the old programming, the weaker it becomes. The more you embrace the new identity, the stronger it gets. Until one day, you wake up and realize that you are no longer pretending. You have become. It is not about waiting for the perfect moment, the right circumstances, or external validation. It is about deciding now, in this moment, that you are no longer the same person, that you are stepping into a new reality, not by chance, but by choice. The future you desire is not something outside of you. It is within you, waiting to be expressed. The only question is, will you allow yourself to become it?